Welcome to News Geelong as we're into the world of politicians and small business. And yes, we've got the politicians working hard today. And joining us is Michael Ronaldson. Oh, our producer plays up terribly. How are you, Michael?
Oh, very good, Graham.
Isn't he behind the camera? He's something terrible?
He's just fantastic.
He's fantastic. Hell, he's good. Michael.
I know that he shares the views, actually.
Down to serious business. It's always nice to start with a hearty belly laugh, isn't it?
Absolutely.
The world of politicians and small business. Small business is the backbone of our city of Greater Geelong, there's no question, and the politicians are playing their role today out at a local independent supermarket, just showing us what it is to run a small business and be involved.
Well, look, we've been at the new Grovedale IGA this morning. It's been a great experience. I've actually now just thawed out because I've been in the frozen food section all day with Tiffany, who looked after me and showed me the ropes. But look, the role of small business, particularly in regional centres such as Geelong and the country areas as well, is absolutely pivotal to success of those centres. And we're out here today, A, showing our support for small business, but B, to also explain to people that small business is under enormous pressure. We are seeing red tape, I think, taking over the small business sector. That's why we've announced a red tape reduction scheme if we get back into government. And it's about, if you like, taking that red tape burden off small business. But look, there's a fantastic relationship between small business employers and employees. You've only got to go into a small business and you see that relationship. And small business, of course, is the major employer in this country and deserves our full support.
And the logic that we think along the lines here in Geelong is that small business, because it's such a backbone in our community, it's got to be encouraged to supply employment, to supply the consumer with the right kind of service. And we can't understand why there isn't a greater movement by the government to support small business in those positive manners.
Well, look, I think basically if you ask small business what they want, they actually want government to get off their back. They just want to be able to get on with doing what they do best. And every minute they spend on paperwork is a minute they're not putting into their business. The minute they're not putting into their business is a minute that they're not growing it and employing more people. So it is just this sort of continually revolving requirement for small business to keep on doing what they do best.
And small business and the employment sector, I mean, we know that a lot of small businesses are family run, but at the same time, the more successful they continue to build, the more employment opportunities that can be created.
Well, look, I think if you look at, now what's fascinating is to look at what's happened in Bendigo, Ballarat, Geelong. As those major large manufacturers have gone, they've actually been replaced by the small to medium business sector, and they are massive employers in regional centres in Victoria. So anything we can do to assist them will have flow-throughs effect both in terms of employment, which means people have got money in their pockets, they're spending it locally, and that just generates further growth and further employment growth.
And of course, in a city like Geelong, where we've got continual development, and we immediately start thinking of Armstrong's Creek development in the coming years, which will also create small business opportunities. There again is more employment opportunities, and it needs government support.
Oh, look, I think Geelong's future is very, very bright, but to lock in the future, you've got to make sure that you are encouraging employment as opposed to discouraging employment. And if you do that, then the rewards will be reaped many, many times over.
You said this morning you've been in the, the cold area of the supermarket with Tiffany. How many different brands of crinkle cut chips are there? Question of the week.
17, and they come in various lengths, and I can go through the crinkles if you want me to.
Do you know where they put the crinkles in the chips yet?
No, let's not go there.
But that just shows you hands-on is certainly... And you must enjoy that part of the role.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, look, I've been in this game a long time now, and I'm at my happiest when I'm doing things like I was doing this morning.
And it's not fair And I'll say it publicly, I don't think it's fair that members of the public should come out and criticise politicians for saying, oh, we only see you out and about doing these kind of things when it's election time.
I'm very careful not to try and defend my profession, because it doesn't matter what you say. I think it is a noble profession. I think in the main my colleagues do work very hard, but I just take it in the good humour that 99.9% of the time is given.
And your door is always open, that's the point.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. Look, I love this job. I've always loved this job, and things like this morning are really important to be out doing that, because, as I say, I was stacking the frozen food section this morning, and my wife, I suspect, will not believe me when I tell her, but anyway, you're right, I'm now an expert on crinkle-cut chips. I can tell you how many brands of ice cream there are, and I can tell you I should thaw out about 2 o'clock tomorrow afternoon, I reckon.
And of course, your right-hand man, he was out and about this morning, Dean Bushell, that we aim to be called Teabag.
Yes, well, it's been a big day for me, because I've learnt Dean's nickname, and I've learned how to stack shelves. So it's been a ripper day.
Michael Ronaldson, thank you very much for your time.
Thanks, mate.
And I hope you've really enjoyed your visit to Geelong, and you continue to be around. Ladies and gentlemen, it's been always a pleasure to talk to Michael Ronaldson as we go to a break here on News Geelong.